Oilers postgame after a 6-0 win over the Drayton Valley Thunder, and today's first star with 2 goals was rookie forward Brett Wilson. Brett, I mean, we talk almost after every game about the chemistry that you, Jackson Rowland, and Sam Huck have had. How comfortable do you guys feel out there together right now? And, you know, as a guy who was a big producer for the U18 Flames last year, what have you ever experienced this kind of chemistry with line mates like what we're seeing as of late?
I've had some chemistry before, but these 2 line mates I have, Roland and Huck, they just make the game so easy. They play fast and they can make plays like that. It makes the game easy for me for sure.
Well, I think it made the game somewhat easy on that first goal on a real nice sort of mid-height centering pass from Jackson Rowland that you're able to deflect into the back of the net. Take me a bit through that play and just how you managed to make a pretty skilled play to finish it in the first place.
Right, yeah, it's coming at me and like a little bit of luck involved for sure. I had the stick there, the goalie slides over just enough, but yeah, it's hard work to play. Just going to the net, as I'm told, and good things come when you go to the net. So.
Well, and kind of the same thing on your second goal. If it hadn't gone in on its own, Jackson was right there and almost actually whacked in a rebound that didn't actually exist. So how key was that as well, taking those lanes to the net when you had them on that second goal too?
Right. It puts stress on the goalie too because he's got to watch out for him too. So obviously it helps out the shooter as well. And I think it got a deflection on the defender, which also put it 5-hole, which is nice and lucky again. So, yeah, no, we're not complaining.
This is good. You don't take credit for anything. That's exactly how a rookie usually does it. I got to ask you about the mindset after period 1, though, because you helped be a part of the team pulling away in the second period. After the first, you guys had a lead, but DV had a couple of pretty good chances. The shots were fairly narrow. Did anything change in the first intermission, or did you guys at all adjust your approach that allowed you to pull away in that second period? Because that really seemed to be the key. Right.
We just kind of stuck to our game plan, as cliche as that is, but we focused on the D zone first, and that it explodes our offense. When we play good defense, it leads into our offense, and you know when we get more shots and pressure, good things will come.
You were, of course, part of a team that went all the way to the TELUS Cup last year, and you know what it takes to win at high levels. And what are you seeing in this team right now in terms of how guys are, coming into their best hockey, yourself included, and how is that maybe being reflected in the dressing room for a team that's won 7 of their last 8?
That's right. Yeah, we're on a roll. We're hot, and I think what's coming of it is we got a lot of depth. We got all 4 lines that can produce, and everyone pulls their own weight, which is what's pushing us to the success right now.
Final thing for you, biggest things to keep in the back of your minds. You're playing very well, but Bonnyville, Fort Mac twice, 3 games in 2.5 days. It's always a tough sled. What's going to be the key to keeping it going?
We got to keep the legs going into this. It's going to be a long weekend. It's cold weather too, but yeah, we just got to stick to our game plan and keep moving.
I appreciate you didn't say keep, or take it one shift at a time either. Appreciate this, Brett. Congrats on the big win.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Now joined by Oilers assistant coach Reid Hnatowich, and Reid, pretty much a textbook win for you guys. Was anything different from that win on Friday over Lloydminster, or did you guys kind of stick to the same game plan and get a very similar result?
Yeah, similar to what we wanted to do. Like, we're always focused on making sure their score is 0, and then when we're in their zone, just kind of mass produce and let them have their fun there. So I think same type of a game plan, like especially at this time of season, it's more just like hammering down, what you're skilled at, what you need to do, and get ready for playoffs in that sense. So our game plans moving forward will be their score, making sure we do our job defensively, and then kind of go from there.
That said, the first period in this one, things could have been a little different. You get the first goal off a bit of a fortunate deflection off a skate, and then there were a couple of precarious pucks that Mikkel Kingo was able to keep out, including a desperation save with the back of his stick on one of them. How big was your goaltender in then setting up a really dominant second period?
Yeah, like in our dressing room there, he got the player of the game. So I think the biggest thing with him, like I think we did a good job in front of. They only ended up getting with the 14 shots, but you're 100% right. Like, there was a couple. There was a one in the third there that lost a little bit, right, where that shot went from the point and got through a couple of our guys. So he was desperate when he needed to be. I thought, in those games where you're only facing 14 shots too, like as a goaltender there, you got to be mindful of staying into it, staying prepared, right, not seeing a ton of touches. So I thought he battled through that adversity, and when we needed him, he bailed us out.
Also 2 goals on this one for Brett Wilson, including a masterful setup by Jackson Rowland off the rush. What did you think of the way that top line continues to just be dominant out there? Wilson, Rowland, and Huck, it seems like they create every time they touch that puck.
Well, they're such a fast line. Like, I think, like, even if they're not playing great, at least they bring the speed and pace to it. So, like, that's a line, like, heavy with regards to their forecheck. You see the different things they do offensively. Like, Huck's the guy where he has the puck on his stick. If you're smart, you'll just go to the net. He'll eventually get it there, right? So, like, that line's been unbelievable, right, for us, and we just want to keep them growing.
Both Huck and Jack Silverberg extend their lengthy point scoring streaks, and how big will continuing diversity to this offense be as you head on a road trip up to Bonnyville, a barn that's tough to play in, and back-to-back against Fort Mac, who's just made a coaching change, and you may see some different things up there this weekend, next weekend rather, coming up here.
Yeah, like, obviously Bonnie's the first one we just need to be mindful of, make sure that we're setting our game plan. But those things, like, it's as much as the hockey as it is like the mental portion of just battling through those road trips, staying up, getting into it with regards to having your bus legs and stuff like that. So, we have a week here to situate and prep. We had a big, heavy week last week with regards to games. So just getting ourselves healthy, back into it, getting guys ready for that road trip is the biggest thing, and then just take it a game at a time.
Appreciate this, Reid. Congrats on another big win.
Thanks, Kane.